Hi, my name's Paul Medell, also known as the ElkNut. And what we're going to do today is we're going to talk a little bit about reeds and the tensions that they come in, and which ones might be best for you, for myself, for all of us. What tensions? And that's the ticket right there. You have light tensioned reeds, you have medium tension, and then you have real tight tension. And the tighter tensioned reeds are generally when you start getting above the double reeds. Of course, the double reed has more tension than the single, but the triples are really tight. They require a lot of air pressure and a lot of tongue pressure to activate them. And so in most cases, I try to talk people out of those because they're really not necessary. Unless you're trying to do some world championship elk calling, then you might want to consider something of that nature for your big bull sounds. Generally, most guys aren't going to take a triple reed and go into their more subtle tones, such as the different cow contact mews, calves. You're not going to really use it for that. This doesn't mean nobody can perform those sounds with that reed. Sure, some guys can, but you really don't need to struggle through that, because single reeds these days have the perfect tension for what I consider to be all-purpose reeds. And that means you're able to do cow sounds, calf sounds, estrus buzz, every kind of excited cow sound you may want to imitate. Bull sounds, grunts, chuckles, screams, challenges, lip balls. You can do it all with those. So there's no real reason to try to get those couple of octaves higher to try to be even bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, because you really don't have to. An all-purpose reed can do everything you want by you manipulating the situation. If you want to be a medium-sized bull and use one of those reeds, just be aggressive. Hammer that thing. Let him know. The squeaky wheel is the one that gets the attention. It doesn't always have to be the largest. Be as large as you can be with those reeds. Believe me, they really do belt out a fairly decent tone. So it's not like you're handicapped because you're using a light or a medium tension reed. And so that would be my advice to most callers out there, and especially new ones. Stay with the lighter tension reeds or medium tension, because you're going to get quicker results. They're much more user-friendly. And this will motivate you to continue on and wanting to get better with the reeds. One of the best reeds that I like to use is the Mellow Yellow. This is a very light tension reed. You can put this in the mouth reed section where I explain about how to use them. Covers that. But as far as the sound that you can expect from a light tension reed like the Mellow Yellow, if you want to do a bull sound, you can take the same reed that we're making cow tones with and still go into, if you want to do grunts, chuckles, see, you can still use the same reed for all of that. If you want to go into more of a higher note for a location sound, something just as simple as that. But you can see even a really light tension reed is capable of making some reasonable bull sounds, grunts, some chuckling, cow sounds. It's just a real nice reed. If this reed fits you, and that's real important, is you want to use a reed that fits your mouth. One that you can start mastering and polishing up your tones with so you feel confident with it. Now if I went to a medium tension reed, that would be closer to the closer. Now it doesn't have quite the pitch. It's a little bit different sound. Now listen to these sounds. But you still have real good control because it doesn't require a lot of tongue pressure to activate reeds that are medium and light. As you can see with those two reeds, they both do very well. Another one is the Raging Bull. This is considered a medium type tension reed as well. This one right here is stretched just a little bit tighter, and it has a little bit different tones to it, but it still does very well. It'll actually get a little bit higher in pitch because of the stretch being a little bit tighter than, let's say, the mellow yellow. Things of that nature. Tensions like that to compare with. Just those alone, you can tell the tension difference. Now let me get the closer again. More subdued. Depending on which cow sound you like best, but you notice one has a little lower octave. This one has a higher pitch, which means this is going to actually give you the louder tones if you're trying to reach out and locate elk that are a long distance off. You're on a good elevation point. As you can see, you can really reach out. If you want to do more of a grunt style to listen to what that tone sounds like. So you can see the variation that you can get by using a single reed as opposed to a 1.5, which is the closer, and then the mellow yellow. You can get to some very decent tones with these, and that's why I really try to let people know, let other hunters know, that you don't need the big bad triple reeds to be able to produce some relatively nice tones when you're trying to call elk, because now you're using one reed. It's crunch time, your adrenaline's really going, and you can still make cow sound. You can go into the nice little gravelly voice induced estrus buzz if the bull's kind of hanging up and you're asking him, you're trying to coax him over. See, it's that type of reed that you're able to be very versatile with. And the same can be said or had for the All-Star or the Mellow Yellow, the Closer. All those reeds will fall into that category. So it's the one that fits you the best and you're the most comfortable with. That's the one that you should really be focusing all your attention on. When you use pressure on these, try not to overdo it. If you do overdo it, what happens is you deteriorate or just flat trash the latex. Here's 4 reeds that came back to me. Look at this reed here. This is the All-Star. See how it just came off? It's completely trashed. Way too much air and tongue pressure. Combination of both. The guy is bottoming that call out, trying to lip ball or scream or do something beyond your imagination. He also sent me this reed back. There is no latex. He told me he blew it completely out and it just fell off. That takes some serious note. Serious tension. Here's another one. Same call. You can see the whole thing sagged. He ripped the whole side out all the way to the back. This thing's gone. There's nothing left of it. This is a raging bull. So now we got 3 different calls, 4 in all, but 3 different ones, and you can see that one. It's completely gone. There's nothing left of that call. Now get this. He did all those in one day. One day, he trashed those reeds. He called me up to tell me that there was a malfunction. There must have been a bad batch of them. 3 different ones. As many years as I've been calling, and I think I've been using the Bugle and Bull reeds now for almost 7 years. I have not ever done that. Not one time. I have had the tape come off a little bit on me one time. Could still use the reed, but I've never trashed a latex piece of elastic to where it came completely off. I've fatigued them to where they got so wimpy and limber they were old, and then they're needing to be replaced. But this guy did this in one day, so be very cautious of tongue pressure and air pressure to where you're really overdoing it. Have control with the air and the tongue pressure. Just like I was making those notes and tones, I'm not bottoming it out. I'm finding that perfect note I'm looking for and I'm holding it. Or when I'm doing the grunt, I'm doing the something similar as a cow sound. You're going, yeah, yeah. On the grunt, I'm going, you, you. The only thing difference is I'm touching the latex to accentuate the sound. then the tube magnifies it. So have control. Call on demand when needed, but have control of your latex. Reed in your mouth and the air that you're dispensing. So I hope this helps choosing a reed, looking for one that might make the tones that you're looking for. Each one has just a little bit different stage. The Raging Bull a little tighter. The Closer was right in the middle. And the Mellow Yellow or All-Star type reeds, they're your lightest ones, which in my opinion they're the lightest ones when I'm using them. Somebody might have a little different opinion on, but at least we're right in the ballpark, and all of those are really good all-purpose reeds and ones to consider, and will do really good for you. Thanks.